Right, here we go. Grab these last few teams. Again, the link is pinned in the chat if you want to take any of these. There's a code you can use at checkout to get your 10% off. This is 254. There's 2 autos per box. Get your guesses for the player on the last auto. 10 cards per pack, 6 packs per box. Topps Finest 2024 football. Empty box. Pack number 1, we have Troy Smith, Chris Long, Jerzon Newton, Kamari Lannister, Doug Williams. Out of 25, there's Roger Craig's. That's 15 out of 25. Blake Corum. The Dynamos, Will Shipley refractor. X Factor of Jalen McMillan. Roderick Estime. Grab those teams, guys. We got Dylan Johnson, rookie. Frank Gore Jr., Marvin Harrison, Jermaine Burton, Terrion Arnold, Mason Smith for the Jags out of 325. Emmett Smith, J.J. Watt refractor, X Factor Keon Coleman, and Mark Ripien for the Commanders. Jonathan Brooks, Bucky Irving, Jalen Polk, Jalen McMillan. There's a Prodigy's autograph. That is C.J. Stroud. That is a redemption. C.J. Stroud on the Prodigy's autograph. That will go to the Houston Texans spot. Nice hit for the Texans. We have Quinyon Mitchell out of 99. Walter Payton, Luke Kuechly, Santana Moss, Byron Murphy. We have Nate Wiggins, Ricky Williams, Dallas Clark, Calvin Hill, Archie Griffin, Brendan Rice on the auto. And we have Chris Jenkins out of 50. 19 out of 50. It's going to Cincinnati. Bo Nix, Trey Benson, Nate Wiggins, and Jatavian Sanders. Last 2 packs. Up next after this is 2023 Clearly Donruss football at the 3 hobby box break. That's coming up next. Tim Tebow, Mike Singletary, Ray Lewis, Emmett Smith, Jalen Polk out of 150. Bombarders Bo Nix. Let's go on to Denver. Will Levis, Phil Generals. Jalen Daniels on the X Factor. Phil Generals there. Rob Gronkowski, Barry Sanders. And our final pack of the break. Craig Morton, Fred Taylor, Bob Greasy, Dallas Turner, Archie Manning, Randy Moss out of 150. Adonai Mitchell, Bo Jackson out of 150. Ricky Williams, and Drake May. Alright guys, that'll do it for this one. We'll top load a recap, then we're going to move on to the next break. Again, up next after this one is our Clearly Donruss. Grab your spots in that one. There is a link in the chat if anybody wants to get spots in there. Of course, is our tonight's break spots link. There's the code to get your 10% off. We're going to top load recap and then move on to Clearly Don Russ. Couple more here to top load. Again, up next is Clearly Don Russ 2023. So if you're in that one, I will follow this one. Roger Craig out of 25, 15 out of 25 for the Niners. We had Mason Smith out of 325 for the Jags. Out of 99, Quinyon Mitchell, rookie for the Eagles. Chris Jenkins out of 50, rookie for the Bengals. Jalen Polk out of 150, rookie for the Patriots. The Bombarders, Bo Nix for Denver. Then we have the X Factor Field General Jaden Daniels for Commanders. Randy Moss out of 150 for the Vikings. Out of 150, Dynamos, Bo Jackson for the Raiders. CJ Stroud on the Prodigies autograph for Houston. And our last auto on the guest of the break was Brendan Rice for the Chargers. Alright guys, that'll do it for this one. Up next is our 23 Clearly Don Russ hobby. That is 2023 Clearly Don Russ. PYT 432, that is coming up next. Let's go to... Let's get that title updated. I'll give you guys a few minutes to grab any of the teams you're interested in.